Okay. What's going on, everyone? It's your boy, Domino Uke, live and direct from Brooklyn. Um, I'm here with my man Craig, trying to put Sarah Nova comics together, networking with other artists. Hopefully, get Afrothunder published. And Luke, take it from there, man. That was terrible.
Luke is down there drawing. Hands, sign language.
Oh, he's practicing his genjutsu.
Yeah. He's coming out with a comic called Hell Has Good Wi-Fi. So, yeah, that's coming out June 15th.
Oh, his audio's off.
Yeah. Did you hear any of that motorcycle that just went by? I hate living on like a main street. It's super annoying. Yeah, so I was gonna talk about like YouTube, like our YouTube channel. Like I'm trying to make it grow. So that's why we're doing another podcast called Breakfast Talk, and then there's our main podcast. But we're also gonna start doing videos because I just got my tripod, and so we can actually do videos and stuff. So we have like 78 subscribers on there, and I would like way more than that.
That is the ideal goal.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to like I just got a computer yesterday. Like this is my girlfriend's laptop, and I would like to not use her laptop anymore and actually do things I want to do, like Blender and learn Unity, because we're coming up with our video game, and I want to help my friend Scott that's making our video game. So yeah, and that video game is we're gonna market all of you guys that want to be a part of it. Like your like comics would be marketed as like Easter eggs and stuff in our video game, like on billboards and stuff like that. Because the cities the cities are based off cities that I've lived in, like that are around here. Like Schenectady is one of the cities, but it's not as shitty of that city. Yeah.
Okay. Is it gonna be like Metal Gear Solid thing where like when you're playing the game, you find these little posters everywhere and they're like pages?
Yeah. It's more like it's gonna be like single player in the beginning, unless if like we can hit some amount of money on Kickstarter that's like insane to get multiplayer, because we need like servers for that. But we want to do multiplayer at some point. But it's like Grand Theft Auto meets The Sims, because you're going to be able to have your own well, in Grand Theft Auto you can do that too, but you can have your own apartment, and they're like all like New York City based like apartments. Like there's like going to be like loft sizes and then some like small apartments and stuff, but you'll be able to have your own apartment and then like get furniture and all that other stuff. But there's going to be
$1,400 a month for no heat, utilities included.
You guys hear me now?
Yeah.
By the way?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay, sorry, I was messing with my headphones to fix my audio. Hopefully that's better.
Yeah. I think rent would probably come out like in the game, like when you get money and stuff, because like we're trying to make it kind of realistic. Like I said to Scott, I was like, it'd be kind of funny, like if you're getting chased by a cop and then you have to pull over to get gas or something. So, yeah.
I know. If you go for realism, just give you like a chance to get a shitty landlord.
Yeah. But the main story is there's 3 main like storylines, and then you could pick each character. So there's a firefighter, a cop, and a taxi driver. But the taxi driver, criminal. Those are the 3 main ones. And then there's a taxi driver that will be unlockable. Then there's another unlockable character, but we're still working on that. So there's what?
I was about to say, what do you got against taxi drivers, man?
Well, we're making the taxi driver unlockable because people are going to be like, why is the taxi driver character unlockable? But there's like a whole reason why it's unlockable.
Or
Okay.
instead of a taxi driver, he could be an Uber dude.
Yeah, we were saying something. we were actually saying like a Lyft kind of business that's in there, like Uber. But yeah, I personally never paid for like an Uber in my life. I've either driven places in my car, or my friends have been like the one that paid for the Uber, and I just like sit in it.
Or he just ran out the car really fast.
I like Uber.
Yeah.
I've used it a lot to get around.
If I lived in New York City, I would not have a car, and I would go around that way or the subway.
Parking here is terrible.
Yeah, like I've been there like 3 times so far, and we're planning on one day having one of our offices in New York City, so that's pretty cool.
A lot of places in Brooklyn are open for that.
Yeah.
Manhattan's going to be way too expensive. I can
Oh
tell you
yeah,
that now.
it's like
Like around the
something
Williamsburg area with the new developments, they have a lot of new office space going on.
Where is Hudson Yards at? Like down there, or is
Hudson
that like
Yards,
the
that's
rich district or something? Or?
pretty much. It's by the you know what a Javits Center is? By the 7 train in Manhattan. It's a little bit north of that.
Oh,
So
I was just wondering because like the guy that we follow, Gary Vaynerchuk, his VaynerMedia is like there, and I was just like wondering like where in New York City he is, so I can stalk him.
Hell yeah.
pull up in the car with the shades on. Just have
Looking like fucking what's his name? Phantom Stranger. Trench coat, top hat, bowler cap, whatever, shades.
I like the men in
Total
black
Men in
from those
Black vibes,
creepy
yeah.
pastas.
Oh god, yeah, legit.
Yeah, like we want to grow our YouTube channel, so one of the things is Hector at New Leaf Comics or Studios, whatever. He's still changing things over to New Leaf Studios name.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's coming out with a bunch of video content, like him and his the 2 partners that he has, and we're gonna be blocking sections of the week out on our YouTube. So like there will be like content that just keeps on going. So we're trying to get other creators on our platform to do stuff too. Like you don't have to do anything amazing, like a podcast or whatever. You can do like you could either do like each like one day a week you'll send me a video. It doesn't even have to be like super long. And you could be like drawing like what Luke's doing or something like that. And then we could like name it and like have like a little intro, outro.
Actually, I may have a ton of material already that you can nitpick. Have you seen my channel?
No, I don't think I clicked on it. No.
Okay, but actually, I'll send you the links to the YouTube video because I used to make YouTube videos like that before I had to get a new laptop and it didn't come with Final Cut Pro, so now I have to get that. I can do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did things like speed painting, which is I would record the screen while I would paint on my computer and everything, and I would just speed it up, put a few little cute edits, and that would be it. And I have a couple of videos.
Yeah, it's one of the things that he's uploading. I think is him just like doing art and then talking in the background or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and our 2 days that we're going to be blocking out is Sunday, I think, and Monday. So Sunday is I think it's Monday and Tuesday. So Monday would be breakfast talk, and I'm actually going to upload it so it's always 10 a.m. Eastern. So because that's like breakfast time, and I guess that's like one of the high peaks people are on YouTube. And then Tuesday is when the podcast version of our podcast comes out, and then Wednesday is when our like video comes out. I'm not changing that. That's super annoying to do because those videos are super long. So yeah, we want to like try to get enough creators to. That's why I was hoping to get even more people on here. Just see if like other people are interested in doing it. But
One time I
I
showed up.
record myself drawing a lot. I just am like, I don't post on my channel because I don't have subs, and I'm like, I'm too lazy to promote it myself. But you can have my recordings and shit, man. I could speed them up for you.
Yeah.
Gladly. Because like I have a setup right here, right, for recording traditional stuff. Obviously, I'd use a better camera than this one.
Yeah.
And then like I obviously can screen cap when I work on my iPad for digital inking and shit. Although a lot of the digital inking I don't really want to show off because I use lots of like tricks, and I'm like, oh man, I feel bad doing this on camera. So I don't want to draw this hand. Let me trace something. Hold on, picture, snap, and then I'm like, man, I don't want people to know I do this. What the hell? How dare I save time?
Yeah. But yeah, so we want to do that on YouTube, and then we talked about it a while ago, but we want to do like courses. So like Hector actually is, I think he's done creating it. It's about like art and like joining comic community, creating comics. So we want to do courses on art, writing, whatever, and then that would be on the platform as like probably under like our enhanced membership or something, or it'd be like some other separate thing. But you can also put it on Udemy or Skillshare, and then you can get money that way too. But you would get like a percentage of something, like if people were to download it or whatever, however that is to work.
I have a question. What do you guys think about? Because I know there's a whole process to it. It's like first you get the concept, then you iron out the concept, and then you bounce it around for opinions. Then you do the writing, and then the writing translates into the art.
Yeah.
But let's say you're already the
I'm way
person,
too lazy for all that.
right? But let's say you're the person who who's the creator to begin with. You already know everything in your head, so you're just drawing, and your story's just going along. Do you think it's good to do that, or should it just be in writing first to iron out, the characters?
I think that depends entirely on the creator. I find it very difficult to write a full script before I get to work, because what will happen is I'll have like a mental image of the page I want, and I'll write it down. But then the next day I'll go back to actually illustrate that writing, and the mental image is gone, and then I'm like, what did I want to do here, even with the writing? So like for me, it's better to have a page by page kind of story outline of what do I want this page or this spread or whatever to accomplish. And then I just kind of go wing each page from there. Obviously do your thumbnailing and stuff, but like I don't meticulously write out each page, because unless I was writing for someone else, then I would. But when it comes to illustrating my own work, I try to have an idea of what I want to accomplish in the issue. I'll always draw the first page, and then the last page, and then the middle page, and then I'll go from there and kind of fill in, like, think of keyframes in animation as how I approach it. Right. I don't do it exactly in order. I do it in like importance of plot event versus things like character building and world building and stuff come next after I do the important plot moments. Kind of navigate between them. Again, keyframe is a great example, I think. How about you, though? How do you approach it there, Isaiah?
For me, I pretty much already know what I want visually. I have this thing where I just put my headphones in, I listen to my music, and I just let it flow from there. And I close my eyes and I image what I want to happen, and then I just translate that into an anime comic form.
No, for sure. I get that totally. There's been some books that I do that with. It depends on like with the style. So like when I was working on a book for a magazine called Age of Marvels, which was like an action fantasy story, it was just like, draw a page, make it action packed and bombastic, have a big splash. And it was like, okay, I can just kind of wing this. But if it's something more akin to what I'm doing with Hell Has Good Wi-Fi, where it's a brains over brawn story, where it's like, human characters stuck in a supernatural world, then, and they got to think their way out of things. You got to kind of put a bit more thought up front into it to make everything kind of fit. Stuff like Sandman or Lucifer, or any of those kind of, you talk your way out of your problems. storylines are the ones where it's not so much about the action and the bombast. I feel, for me at least, I need to do a bit of planning. But that's just me.
I am a writer, so I don't draw. But I don't draw anything out. I have ideas of like what the scenes look in my head, like what they're gonna look like, but once Dylan sees my script, he either destroys it and transforms it into something else that, even though I still like what he has done, like now,
No.
I'm just like, oh yeah, I guess we can go that way, because he actually adds the angles and stuff, like the camera angles, whatever else, like over the shoulder or whatever. And I just write the basic script and like the actual storyline. So the storyline stays the same. It's just like the direction of like where things go might change depending on like what Dylan comes up with.
Well, that's important though. Like comics is a visual storytelling medium, right? And so understanding that is incredibly crucial. I have a rule of thumb when I work, every 2 pages, so like the spread should be a scene. If you're going to continue that scene, you need 2 more pages of content because you're not breaking scenes between those pages, right? You need to, stuff like that is so important. I know like that's, old news to all the comic people here, but like that stuff like that is so important for your work, because if you don't do that, it's going to feel jarring and hard to read, and it's not going to, because comics require the reader to suspend a lot more disbelief than a lot of other mediums due to things like lack of audio. And so you really got to make it as seamless of a reading process as possible for the viewer.
We're actually, speaking of that, we're actually thinking of adding audio to some comics, like if you want to. So our viewer thing, I think on our platform we can add like audio, like from a radio or whatever. Yeah. So, or we're gonna find like another plugin that can do that, because I know it's possible. So
no, for sure, but it's not like a movie where you can like hear the person talking and the music swells at the moment you want it to, right?
Yeah, it's just like you can click on the radio to interact with it when you're like reading the comic, so it's kind of more of like you're in the comic at the moment.
That is cool.
Yeah,
visual novel kind of vibe.
Yeah, so like say like the story's going, and then like in the first issue of the Seer Chronicles, even though we're remastering that because my original artist fudged it up, he did.
Okay, Greg.
Got him.
We're here with you. We got your back.
No, anyway, go on.
There's a scene where the nurse is getting kidnapped by the guy that is starting to turn into a villain, and on the radio it says like 2 dead in a fire on Elm Street, and that would actually be like said in like audio version.
Like a radio voice.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
And New Leaf wants to make like motion comics and stuff too. So yeah, all that is coming. It's just like when.
Takes time.
Yeah. I would talk about the card game, but I don't, like, I know about it. I'm not the one that's doing it. Like, I'm doing the card game. It's just like Hector's the one that's making my cards. So like he would be the person to actually ask about stuff like that. If you know, because I know Luke is going to be doing it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually a plan. My plan is tomorrow and the following day I'll be doing all my cards when the cover is done. So I'm going to hammer those out.
Cards.
What?
Oh, dude, I am using the liver of the dice.
The heart of the cards.
I take it to the next step, man.
I still have mine too, actually.
Put my faith in the bones of the Ouija.
The sacred Ouija board.
Dude, yeah, it's spooky. It's a skeleton.
Yeah, but Isaiah, I don't know if you like really know about the card game, because besides the podcast, like if you like listen to that, but if you need any like help with that, like I can like kind of go brief on that. But
sure, man.
Yeah, like we already finished the first round. I'm pretty sure, like the first round. We didn't finish the whole round, but like the first card of the first round is should have already been sent into the Google Docs, what link that he has, and Archangel and a couple other people already like uploaded. Like one person uploaded like 7, I think. So like they're basically done. And then Hector is going to go in and put like the text. I'm pretty sure he's the one that's doing all of that, and he's going to actually like, fit it to the template that he made. And the first round, it's like there's going to be 2 rounds of the cards that are just character cards, and they're going to be like kind of baseball card-esque, and it's just like show stats and stuff. And then after the trading card type deal, we're going to do a battle card game. But like he doesn't want me to go deep into that because that would get people excited, but they're not doing the other thing first. So
No, that is fair because everyone would be like, "Oh, I want to make a card game, right?" So just focus on step 1, boys.
Yeah, but
is it like a template? Is it like a template for the card where I can just upload my image in like a PNG file and then it'll just fit with the entire card in one shot?
Yeah, as long as you have 2 layers, because that's the thing that he said. That's the one thing I remember that's art-esque is he said the background has to be a layer and then the character has to be a layer. Because we're trying to make a GIF, like GIFs out of them. Like he actually turned my John Benson character into a GIF, and he showed me like the guy's punching a punching bag, and then like the scene is like moving. It's awesome. So yeah,
that's pretty sweet.
So
he's using After Effects?
Actually,
Not sure.
I don't know if he did that.
No,
or like
there's the other guy doing it.
Yeah, I think Pedro.
His buddy.
Yeah. Because we have a graphic designer on like the team for that. Because our Discord, which I don't know if you're a part of, but you can be because I have to send you the link. There's still people that have to join too. Like, because the Discord is not only just for projects, because we're trying to create like a collaborative thing here. That's why we do these meetings. That's why all of that. The card game is just like one project. But like once that project is over, we can work on another project. But
although I would say renaming the Discord to something that isn't Project Card Game might send a better message, because right now it feels like it's like a card game Discord.
Yeah. So
specifically.
Yeah, I don't know if you can change. I don't know much about Discord, so
you can change it.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be like a collaborative thing. So after that, like we can work on anthologies. Like we can do it like different genres. Like it doesn't have to be, but we're not gonna have like 5 of them going at once because that one.
Yeah.
I'm already juggling like 5-6 things myself with like our comics. We're trying to release 4 comics this year. Yeah. So, and that's a lot of money. Coming out of my paychecks, and then this Matt guy that was gonna be on this meeting, something happened, so he isn't. But he's doing a horror anthology, and anybody that's interested in doing that, it's like 4 pages each story is like 4 pages, and I think he's still finishing the last script on that or something. But it's like Creep Show in a way. It's awesome.
Cool.
And you could do like a manga anthology. So like if people actually want to do like that, or sci-fi, something like that. But yeah, so anthology is another thing that we can do. What?
Manga and sci-fi. I think you should have like low-key just mention Afrothunder just now.
You can do, yeah, like if anybody has like an idea, you first have to make like, so if you want to do an anthology, you would have to come up with like all the documentation, like what Hector did for the card game. Like in the Discord, there's like folders of like things to look through, and then that will kind of catch you up on like things that you've missed, or like, because like one guy just joined, some David guy, he just joined the Discord yesterday because like, he just kept forgetting to click the link, and so he joined, and he's like, like where do I start? And I'm like, just go to the doc folder and then just start reading from the beginning, and you'll like catch up. And he's like, okay. So I'm guessing he did that. But
I'm installing Discord now, so I'm just waiting for that to load.
Yeah. I don't know if I sent you the link. But...
No, I'm downloading the app in general.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But I will Facebook right now, so I don't forget.
What do you think about my story so far? Like, does it have potential for Serenova?
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Hold on, I'm gonna go peek it on my iPad right now. I'll take a look. Is it up on the website?
Yeah.
Or, oh yeah, let me go peek this. Come on.
Well, I still have to send him the news pages, but
Yeah.
the news
No,
pages, fire. I
No,
actually, because my art
just
style has
curious to
gotten
see your work,
way
man.
better. So I want you
Oh,
to see
for
the
sure.
new stuff.
No, I dig that. I feel that. Yeah, if you want to see what I'm working on, Isaiah, I can DM it to you over whatever. I haven't posted the finished pages yet on Instagram or anything. But
Oh, actually, Greg, check your Facebook Messenger. I sent you the link just now.
Oh yes, I was watching the YouTube video like while talking.
Oh,
yeah. The other thing, the webtoons thing, I can't go on. It won't like let me view it because I think I need a webtoons account or something. I don't know, but it just brings me to the homepage of webtoons. So
which one is yours, Isaiah?
Afrothunder.
Afrothunder. Thank you. I'll take a look at it.
You probably can't search yet because Dylan still has to fix the search bar. Also, if you have any problems with the website or any like ideas, you can just let me know right now, and I'll tell Dylan tomorrow because Dylan will be on the meeting tomorrow. Definitely. I don't know if you've used it enough to get annoyed by anything.
No, I definitely go on the website, but I gotta make an account and sign up and pay to see my own stuff so I can know what's going on.
Oh, everything is now free. Like all the comics are free. So, and for creators, like you won't have to pay unless if like you want to. Like I'm pretty sure Luke is one of the people that pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
I know
I can
Dylan.
afford it.
Dylan, you can make the creators, be able to see the stuff, but
yeah,
other spectators have to pay to see.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's free basically for everything that's on there right now. But like once we add the video game, obviously there's gonna be like that subscription thing is gonna come back.
Yeah, that's Afrothunder.
But the subscription
I need to log in.
is for the video game. Like the comics will always be free from now on because we decided that's a good idea. Then the card game might be under the enhanced thing because the cards are going to interact. Even the trading cards are going to interact with the comics in a way. So like when you read a comic, you earn a card. So like it's like someone's being rewarded for reading something. Yeah. So like say
Clever.
so say you read Hell Has Good Wi-Fi, you get a card. I think he said that the cards will be the characters in those comics, or it'll just be like a random card that's within the deck of the amount of cards that we have. So you'll get like the trading cards of those. The battle card game, when that thing comes out, it's going to be the same thing. So like it'll just be more cards within the whole thing, but it'll be a different thing than the trading card because it'll actually be like for the battle card game. Yeah. So, but I know.
Reading your stuff right now. The only thing I'd say, the art looks really great. I'd try to get yourself a better font though, bud. You're just using like a really like there's the back issue font is free for creators. If you Google back issue font, that'll give you a nice kind of more like handwritten looking comic-y font. But like the actual art is awesome. I love it.
Comic book sans.
Yeah, no, not Comic Sans. No, a back issue is the name of the font that I've been using. It's free for creators. And it's, just Google it, back issue font, and you'll find it. I bought it because I wanted to support the guy who made it. But yeah, no, that's a great font. I'm trying to think what else there is. I can Google others, but yeah, it's the only thing I can see off the top of my head is the lettering Probably could use a better font.
You ever heard
But
of Eurostyle?
the actual art is awesome. Beg your pardon?
You ever heard of Eurostyle? It's the font for the
I have not.
subtitles they use in Gears of War.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
wow.
I've not. Yeah, check that out, man. But yeah, no, it looks awesome for those at home. Look at that. It's dope.
Yeah, it is.
Looks really good, man.
I'm
No,
finally Discord. Let me see
And
if
I-
I can find.
Pretty sure I think you got enough views actually, finally, to actually get like a profit too.
hey, it's pretty good.
Abel in Archangel Comics, he got like the most views that anybody's ever gotten so far on our website, which is insane. But he got 70,
That's awesome.
78, 79 views, which like we go by unique views. So that means like that many people have looked at his comics. Yeah.
Different people.
Because he
That's
shares
awesome.
the shit out of it. So like that's all you gotta do. Because like I'm trying, like I don't even share that much of our comics because like there's the whole 80-20 principle, and you gotta like share the other people's stuff. So though it's our platform,
Right.
like it's not my comics. So I'm still sharing like everybody's stuff. I don't share stuff in stories as much as I used to because I'm trying to like build a video game. Well, help build a video game. Come out with like comics, then the Kickstarter that's in July, and then another Kickstarter that will be in September. So
All right. You don't want to put everything out there too quick and they lose interest.
yeah, except
sure.
the video game, I would just keep like teasing and talking about because I want people to actually talk about it and like then go to the Kickstarter because I'm gonna need a couple dollars there. Yeah,
For sure. Isaiah, if you're interested, this is some of the stuff I've been working on. If you look at the screen, this is for Hell Has Good Wi-Fi. Oh, if it'll not flip, come on.
Okay.
You see it?
That's a tablet?
Yeah, it's on my iPad. I just have my conversation with Greg. I'm scrolling through them on. These are our finished pages, lettered out and stuff. So
Great
really happy
color.
with that face. Yeah, I hired a colorist to do it. I can pull up my inks in a sec. That's more what you get, but no, I'm glad everyone liked the color because him and I did a bit of the kind of finishing touches, but like his color, which basically means adding grain. But yeah, he's so good. He's super duper good. I'll pull up my inks. Give me a sec. I'll get that out of shot while I peruse through my gallery.
yeah.
So like, yeah. So
You know that he's gonna take the gallery off screen.
yeah. So like this would be some of my inks. But oh god, it's so out of focus.
Yeah, that's cool. Kind of gives like a Sin City kind of vibe with the hard black and white.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm a huge Hellboy fan. That's where that comes from. Yeah, like here's page 1, all inked out. And you saw that in color. But no, yeah, dude, I'm a huge Mignola, Frank Miller. I love that stuff. Oof. Like all the black. Oh, man, it's so good. I can't get enough of it.
There's this...
what's crazy, actually... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Keep going.
What's crazy is what I learned is I was looking at old drawings I did when I was like a lot younger, like grade 9, 10. And even then, I hadn't discovered either Frank Miller nor Mike Mignola at that point. And I still, at that point in my life, drew with really heavy blacks like that. So I guess it was like just a natural interest in that style of high contrast drawing. And then obviously I discovered Mignola. I was like, oh, right. Little halo over Hellboy's head. Sorry, you were saying there, Greg.
I don't know if you know Chuck. I can never say his name, but it's not that hard to say. Oh, Pino? Yeah, boom, said it. Okay, Chuck Pino. He's like a amazing editor or whatever. He helped us help figure out like what we're gonna do when we remaster the first issue of Seer Chronicles. He put like a post a while ago. I just remember it because a lot of people like mine. He said writers don't get as much credit than artists do for like comics and stuff. So he was just doing like a writer's appreciation post or something. It was more like that. He's not against like artists, obviously. So
Yeah.
There are a lot of writers that are like that make the comics what it is. Sometimes it's the opposite.
yeah. Well, so like it matters like your opinion on the situation or whatever. But I like anytime I see like art for a comic, usually like I say that's amazing because one, I can't do it, and two, like it looks amazing to me. It's like what Luke's doing and any art basically. Besides like the like the people that were on our platform but are no longer on there. That person's art is not the greatest. But yeah.
Should have put that so lightly.
Yeah, because I've said their name a few times and then I had to take it out because I didn't want them to. It's not like they can do anything, but yeah, just being nice, and not trying to be a dick. So, but yeah, Chuck put like a post in like, oh, like put your favorite, like one of your favorite quotes from like something that you've written, and then I actually put a quote from the Seer Chronicles, but it happens like later on. Like I don't even remember like what. I think it's actually in my serial killer comic that's connected to that. So I have a serial killer character, and he's like talking to a cop or whatever, and he's like, "We're all monsters." It's something like we're all monsters in somebody's eyes, like at the end of the story.
Monsters under the mask.
There's something about like being a monster to like any like I can't remember what the quote actually is, but something about like that, and like a lot of people like that because then he's like, oh, like him or somebody else was like, wow, that's got like a Sin City vibe to it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just thought it was
I'm trying
cool
to think of what my favorite line in any comic would be.
I have a favorite scene that's in my.
What's your favorite scene in comics?
Oh, in my comic, I have a favorite scine.
Oh, I just was talking in general.
When Gwen Stacy gets killed now.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
I
hate her.
I tried to do like a tribute to that in my comic, but since after like years of changing my character, like main character, and like he might not have like a way to fly anymore, so he had this like flying disc thing, and then Dylan's like, that's too much like Static Shock, and I was like, yeah, okay. So
give him a clouded set. That's totally original.
Yeah, so he had like a disc that he flew on and like hovered on, but I got rid of his kinetic energy like ability, so he doesn't have that anymore. So he basically just has super strength, and he actually also used to be able to shoot fireballs from his hands or fire blasts, which I thought was really.
I just started thinking about Mario
and laser beams from his ass.
Laser. Oh,
right, because he does a little fireball thing.
But yeah, but I got rid of that. But I thought it was funny because he was a firefighter and then he came back to life and he shoots fire. But
the irony is not lost.
Don't play with matches, kids.
Smokey the Bear.
You can prevent forest fires.
Skin.
But now he has like this volcanic skin under his like human skin, which looks amazing. And he's got like super strength, and our comics are all like scientific based in a way. Like we both want them to be kind of realistic in a way too. That's why we're remastering the first issue. So when he gets hit by the guy that's driving the car will actually be dented. It wasn't dented at all. Like the artist didn't dent it. Like the guy's like weighs 300 something pounds and he's got rock skin under his skin. So you think the car would be dented, and it was completely fine. Then the driver like picked him up with ease. So like it had to show struggle. He didn't even show that. So yeah, little things like that.
Yeah, no, that shit adds up, right?
Yeah, and like obviously like there'll be other things, but yeah, well, I have very like a favorite scene in my comic, but I can't say it because it like ruins the ending of my first story.
The favorite scene I've ever Illustrated. It's actually in this here. Let me dig into. There it is. This is a magazine I had some work in a while ago. This is about 3 years ago I did this. Oh my gosh, and it's but I didn't write it. My buddy wrote it and hired me to illustrate it. And it's this scene. It was meant to be intentionally cheesy, where this swamp monster eats a guy, while the the guys in the bar are joking about how, man, I hope he's okay out there.
Loving that color, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, my roommate and good friend David did the color on this. He did a really good job.
Like, colorists sometimes don't get like the appreciation.
Oh yeah, I know. Like it's crazy. He wasn't even a colorist. I was just like, hey David, you want to color a comic book? He was like, okay.
Yeah,
and then he did a really good job, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh sweet.
our colorist is like Indonesia somewhere, and I found him on Facebook groups, and he
I found my new colorist too.
yeah, and he's like amazing. Like, he fixed our artist mistakes. Like, originally like John bursting out of like the debris, like his skin looked all warts and not like rock, and the colorist literally changed the look of like his skin without without the artist doing. Yeah, and I was like, wow, okay. Yeah. The colorist did like one thing wrong in the entire comic, and it was more like I could have just told him to change the color of the tie, but that was it. He like did the wrong color on a tie for a character, because it looked like two different characters, but mostly because the artist screwed up the face on the character. So yeah.
I feel like you had a bone to pick with this artist.
I just stopped talking to him, because like, after he deleted the pages after like he was done with it, and I was like, what if I needed something to be edited? Like, what? I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So now,
that's
like,
professionalism, man.
Yeah. So now both of our artists that we have, the one for ink and he might do like all of our solo series. He has like a contract, and like he sends like the pencils and everything beforehand. And then,
well, yeah, that's how it should always be, though.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like, if my people who hire me, like when I was hired by the guy who wrote both this mag and the book behind it, I did most of the illustration for. The guy worked pretty close to who was writing them all, worked pretty close, like a 20-minute walk to where I lived. And I would like walk to his work and just be like, hey, how's it look? And he's like, okay, that's good. And I was like, okay, I'm going to move on. Right? Well, he worked at a comic shop. He was the manager there, so it wasn't that weird.
Oh, okay. It's like you walk into like a giant office building, like Microsoft or something. Like, hey, Bill, hey, so how's that going?
No. I guess I'm probably gonna use context. He worked at a comic shop.
Oh.
Yeah, but like that. But like, if you can't do that, obviously don't. But like, keep your people up to date, and don't be a bitch about criticism. Seriously, that's how you get better.
We really like criticism. That's why, like, even if like it's bad, I don't care. Like, then we would just get better next time. Yeah. So like, you are reading like one of our comics, and then like you could say like Hector actually, he's coming out with the Indie Inquest thing. That's
this
like
comic's rat shit. I don't want to read it anymore.
I'll be like, okay, well, what do I have to change?
So, yeah, legit though, right? Well, it's got to be like there has to be a because. It can't just be this is bad.
Oh done. Yeah, like
thanks, man.
My girlfriend's dad got confused, and he's not the only one that got confused. There was another guy, Travis Gibb. He got confused of the story because like he got confused because the artist didn't add 2 of the fucking pages from the script. Like, they're not there.
Right.
He's like, I couldn't understand. He's like, I couldn't understand it, and I'm like, what? He's like, I couldn't understand the script, so I didn't put them in. Like, that's not how you do that. So, yeah.
He probably got fired.
He's no longer working with us. Yeah. So I was like, oh, why are you confused? And then I had to, like, you shouldn't have to, like, point out, like, why the story is this way. Like, it should just, flow correctly. And it originally did, but, yeah. Also, while I was like tearing apart my comic, I was like, I realized there's no funeral scene in the comic, and like the main character dies in the very beginning. But where's the funeral? So, yeah. So we're gonna like add that or something in the new version. But
Well, remastering is important though. It's about you
but
want to put your best foot forward.
And we were gonna do it anyway, but like I was asking a few people, like, should I do it now or should I do it later? Because after all of the issues of the first story, because it's a trilogy, after the first story is done, it's gonna be a graphic novel of itself called The Deal, and then the second one and the third one. But
yeah,
I plotted out like how many issues are going to be for like each story, but I'm only doing the first story first because I'm not getting too ahead of myself anymore. Because things can change. But the first story is going to have 12 issues. So now I know that there'll be 12 issues. I'm going to fit the story in 12 issues. Because I actually took my character, like I had my own character in my story. I took my character out of the main story, and he's going to have like his own solo series because there's no need for him to be in there until like near the very end. So, yeah. And then I took out a whole chunk of the story that was my best friend's character. He's like a Green Arrow type of guy because he doesn't really need to be in the story either. So, like,
and those are the cuts you have to make, though.
Yeah, and like I want, because then people are like, why are we in a whole new city? Why do we care about this character? And be like, oh, well, you're going to be caring about him later, but yeah, you don't know that. Because people that aren't the creator don't know there's going to be more. Like, they don't know until they read it. Yeah, so
you got to keep them interested until that point.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing. Like last week at work, I was just like outlining, like, oh, so this. How many pages do you have for like Afrothunder done? Like the new ones? How many? Like more?
Probably over 100 at this point. Plus the pages that I still got to ink in. So what I do first, I ink everything in, and then after I do that, I scan it, upload it, and then I put them on the screen tones digitally. And if I need to add textures or anything, and then add the speed lines and everything, then I type in the text, make sure everything's good, and I upload it. Pretty simple.
Imagine still having the screen tone traditionally. Jeez.
I tried that, and
it's
I ended up having, I fucked up a lot of artwork, and I cried. I was like, I have to draw this.
Dude, yeah, no, I feel that. I remember trying to use ink wash for the first time. It was a terrible experience. I'm good at it now, but like back when I first tried to use ink wash, it was so bad. I was like, oh my god, I ruined so much art.
It's like a watercolor thing.
Yeah, well, it's because I was like, I'm decent at watercolors. I can do ink wash. This is nothing like watercolors should be. Holy shit. Okay, this is way harder. It's not actually. I just wasn't used to it, right? So, like, back at that screen, I think.
Yeah, if you have like any questions or like ideas that you have for the platform, you can just
get them out there.
I do. Well, we already talked about that before with the whole filming each other, draw, and like speed painting, editing it, and then like at the end put Seer Comics.
Yeah. We're also, I don't know if you like heard that. We want to do like courses, so like art courses, writing courses, all that stuff. So like I'll do like a writing course or whatever. Even though I'm not a master writer, but like people
have to
start from somewhere. Yeah, let's be like.
Yeah, man. I am a master writer. Hello. You go skateboards.
So you could like, this is how you do manga or something, and then there'd be a whole series of that. Then you can sell that on Udemy or something, and you could make money that way.
You know, just because you said that, I'm about to say anything. Hold on.
The idea of making money has suddenly intrigued him.
he's like, I have like all these courses done already.
I never thought of it.
I was,
Now that I
I
see it in
was,
this light.
y'all don't know. I was the biggest weeb in high school. I did all of this.
I actually had a comic.
I even had. Mhm.
I actually made a comic book like I drew it. I drew like some characters and a couple other friends. Like we did this comic book called the Sardos book, and it's based off like a friend's like last name, and it's just like I made like the easiest character ever. I made like a cube character, and then I called him Mr. Detective Tofu. That's what his name was. Yeah. So I don't even know where that went, but yeah. That was the only drawing that I did, but like it was a cube with a mustache and like eyes. So,
Dude, that's awesome. I want to make this comic book now. Plagiarism.
yeah. And it wasn't even a superhero like type thing. He was like just a detective that was like I don't even remember what the story was really about, but yeah.
Was it just like one or two panel like daily comics of Detective Tofu?
Oh no, it was like a full like it's the pages. It just kept continuing throughout the years of high school that we were like there for like all 4 years. Like it started in 9th grade, and like from 9th grade on, like we were just like, oh, yeah, we'll just keep doing this, and then
it got intense.
Yeah, and I just like stopped, and then they killed my character off and everything. I'm like,
wow, got him.
I'm like, yeah, I can't draw, so like just kill him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
awesome.
that's the first time I ever mentioned that too.
Every time a character gets killed off, you should play the evil Morty theme song.
Yeah. How do you like feel about killing characters off in like comics, like your own comics, not like whatever?
Make them stay. I have a character who I plan to kill off, but it has to be properly led up to.
Yeah. Like my original,
and they have to stay fucking dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been coming into that more, like being in the indie comic community. Like more people are for that, like keeping them dead, because I thought I was like one of the only ones. And what I originally did in my Seer Chronicles story was I killed basically everybody. Like everybody basically died, and it wasn't just like you're dead, but it was like more of like a bomb situation went off and killed a bunch of people in a city. And
right.
But I gathered people there, and then Dylan's like, well, how did they all get there? Like, why are they there? And then he just kept asking me questions, and I'm like, fine, I won't kill everybody off. So I only killed
there has to be a good reason. It has to have a narrative,
yeah,
weight behind it.
But there is like, I think like, so we had a third business partner. His name was Troy. He was in Texas, and then he just left because he wasn't into doing it anymore. And he read like one of the plots in the second story that we do. There's this guy that's kind of like the Punisher in a way. He's fucking awesome. And like his whole story, like everything about it, like it's Punisher-esque, but it's not the Punisher. And I like how in the Netflix series for Punisher, like he always has the bruises on his face and everything. Like it stays congruent to the story, like continuity. And that's what we're all about. So like this guy goes through shit through like his entire like journey of like what he's got to do. And yeah. And like I believe in like the good guy doesn't always win in the end. So if that could probably spoil something, but yeah,
it's actually a good twist.
Yeah, like you think the good guy is gonna win, and then something happens. So
it was ideal.
I think the important part is having a sense of gratification, no matter who wins.
Yeah. So
the reader has to feel accomplished at the end in some way, even if which comes down to crafting a likable villain, I'd say.
Yeah, and plot twists are awesome because I have some in my comics, but I'm not going to name which comics because I'll already get things away.
Don't bring that up.
Yeah, that's in the 12th issue or something. But, yeah,
for sure. You thought JoJo would be your first kiss, but it was me. Dio. Oh God, I love that. I love fucking JoJo so much. I'm Berserk. Do you like Berserk, Isaiah? What's your opinion on Berserk? Have you read the manga for that?
Berserk?
Berserk?
Berserk. Yeah, the best drawn manga I have you ever seen.
I've been
You haven't
able
seen
to
Berserk?
I've been able to read a little bit free online. I've never
Oh,
actually
dude, hold on.
bought
I'm gonna go find one of my tankobons and just hold it up to the camera.
Mhm.
It's crazy good drawn.
I'm
Just
still
dig
stuck
around
on
in
that
there.
one scene where Griffith raped Asuka
Oh
and
god,
just
yeah, I know.
conditioned. I'm
It's
still
not.
stuck on that. That was so
It's
fucked
not
up.
for the faint. No, Berserk. Well, it's because Berserk is a revenge story, right? So you need to set up what the revenge is over. But you're right. It does not pull punches, and it can be disturbing if you're sensitive to that sort of
And they killed this
sexual
little
violence in
squad.
comics for sure. No,
I
but
can handle it. I'm just like,
if you
you
can
know,
stomach that sort of thing, it's the best manga
characters.
I have ever read. If you can't, don't read it. Just don't.
There's actually a comic that I'm
But I
coming
do
out
love
with.
the art though. I'm jealous of the art.
Right. I tried to
Greg
rip it
knows all
off.
the
Hold
little
on, I'll
details
grab.
that affect my art. So I'm like, I look at that, I'm like, shit. I
This
should
was
just give up.
my attempt at ripping off Berserk. It was with these elephants in a comic I was doing. It was just me not trying to knock it off and failing so bad. Like it's good art, but like it's not Berserk.
Mhm.
Right. It's close though, but not really at all. But hold on, for Greg, for you, this is the artwork in that we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like, well, let me find where the siege starts. This big spread here. And it's like super low quality in the camera. God damn it! But like all these little guys down here, at least from my view, you can see the armor and stuff.
Yeah.
Castle under
That's gotta
siege. And
take
like,
at least like days to draw
so
one of
well,
those
he has a
cameras.
bunch of assistants who do all the rendering from now. But back when he was doing that arc, he didn't, right?
Oh,
But now he just sits at home and plays Idol Master and never releases a new a new volume, so it's okay.
So back to our like video game, like the reason
Yeah,
we
sorry.
are no, it's fine. So the reason we made our video game or making it is because we want a 3D map. So like everything is back to like continuity. So in our
mhm.
comics, like if you're on Elm Street, you will be on Elm Street, like, and you'll know where Elm Street is in the city, and you'll be like, oh shit, this thing happened here. Yeah, yeah. And we
Yeah,
actually, what?
there was a video game called True Crime New York.
Yes.
It was the actual 1-to-1 scale of the city. So you want to try to do something like that?
Yeah. So we're taking certain pictures, like Scott takes certain pictures of like certain buildings that we have in our comic universe that's in the city. So like say the Benson Inc. place, which it comes in later. That will be like from wherever it is in the game. Like if the movie theater is across the street, that's where it'll be in the comic. So it's all like same continuity. And it all started because all we needed was a map, and then we found out he was doing it in Unity, and I'm like, oh, can you just make it into a video game? So that's why we're doing that. And I forgot why I brought that up.
That's just cool.
Yeah, but like we're gonna make it like a cookie cutter, so like anybody else that's on our platform and wants a video game like that for their comics, they can do that. Yeah,
Kind of inserting the new assets and shit.
yeah, and then you can just
Sure.
change like obviously the story doesn't have to be the same. It could be like whatever, because like later on we'll probably not have like a firefighter and a cop character. Like that's just like the first 2 issues, because the game is going to come out with updates like every 2 issues of our Seer Chronicles. So 3 and 4, there'll probably be a different storyline, or it'll continue later. But like at a certain point, it'll move into like main characters from the actual comics.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's a whole world building aspect to all of that. It's awesome. But what was I saying that for though? There's a reason I said that. Oh, so for like action scenes, like what you showed it, Berserk. For us,
Yep.
we're actually acting out action scenes and like videos, and I'm gonna send them to like my artist, and then like slow them down and be like we want certain action scenes.
Oh, that lucky artist. You know how many artists to find good action reference sometimes?
Yeah, we're like
Unlucky bastard.
Yeah, Dylan did what kind of martial art was it? Shit.
Kenjutsu.
What the
Taekwondo.
hell? It wasn't jujitsu. It was
Judo?
Oh, I don't think
Um,
it's one of them from UFC. That's all I know. I don't. I forgot.
Krav Maga.
No, I know it's not that because I was about to say that. I was like, nah, it's not that.
Opens can of whoop ass.
Captain Insano.
What about karate, the Dane Cook of martial arts? Kung Fu is like the Adam Sandler.
Nobody can beat Chuck Norris's Kung Fu.
Bruce Lee did.
But,
Bruce Lee.
I don't remember what his was. But I know he did learn from like the guy that was taught by Bruce Lee. He did learn from that guy.
Oh, it probably would be Jeet Kune Do
There it is.
if it was Bruce Lee. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So he knows that, and
that's cool.
Him and his brother are gonna like act out scenes and like, so he's gonna beat the shit out of his older brother. For our
nice.
Every little brother's fantasy.
Yeah. So he's going. He
right.
used to do that when I was like cooking him food in his kitchen in his apartment back here. Like. Like he used to like just twist my arm and stuff, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Choreographing." And I'm like, "It's not. You're like not even recording anything. You're just beating the shit out of me."
Eating dinner. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm trying to make you food. What are you doing? So
no, stop it. Stop.
So yeah, like my artist right now doesn't know that, but like we are gonna send him once like there's actual like big action scenes that we want. Like we're gonna actually send videos of like doing certain things like that.
What about for like multi-enemy action scenes? Are you gonna get like a bunch of extras to go stand around your Greg Dylan while he kicks the shit out of them? Or
I don't know yet, because by that time, hopefully we like I'm not gonna have like a video of people charging at each other, because that's just like our artist already knows what to do for that. But like there's like certain things that I really want done. Like there's this one scene that I just wrote again for like the millionth time. That needs to be acted out. We even acted out the ending of the first story because
I'm trying so hard not to smudge the ink. Sorry.
Oh, you're erasing?
Yeah, I'm erasing pencils around. I was filling with a brush pen, so the ink is still a little damp, and I'm trying to erase around it. How's it looking though?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Better than what I can do.
Zoom out so you can see the whole page. A figure falling down. Then I'll be doing probably most of the other stuff digitally. I just need the figure. I want to draw traditionally so I can sell it.
Isaiah, how many pages can you do in a day when you're not busy doing anything?
We're talking simple panels, or you want
like just let's
shit?
Trying to compare you to Luke, because I know Luke can draw like super quick. So I'm wondering, because I know you have like 100 pages or something. So I'm just wondering.
Yeah,
he probably does it faster than me if he's doing manga. It's a faster style.
Oh, is it?
It's more simpler. That's why I love the Japanese.
Yeah, manga like for context. This big boy took me 2 days to draw, of working pretty consistently through the day. That took about 2 days.
It's a landscape. Oh yeah, you showed that already.
Yeah. So
like
I know I popped it up on the screen, but hold on, let me find something I took about 5 hours. Let me pull my bin of fucking tape. I should have pulled it up in this comic. So in this, actually, what's my Age of Marvels? I think that I actually know the timings on that one. Dig around my bin down here. I have a bin of comic books that I've worked on or really love referencing below my desk. The worked on ones is for flexing, the love is for referencing. It's about 50-50. Oh, fuck.
You know those old black and white cartoons where they told kids to get under their desk if a nuclear bomb went off?
They're gonna get down with like Bert the Turtle. Oh, fuck. Like these 2 pages. Oh, jeez. Can you focus, please? Oh, my phone's gonna die. Give me a sec. Plug that in. Come here, charge cord.
Charge cord does not consent.
There we go. Charge cord can suck it up. That's its job. That's dark. Okay. Like these 2 pages were done as like at the same time. It took me about a day to do the 2. So
That's on our website.
yeah, I know it is.
Except for some reason it hasn't got views, so I'm going to look at that actually. But,
no, it's fine. Just focus on promoting the new one. That's the one I'll be updating anyway. Like yeah, like this figure took like a figure like this would take me about half an hour, right? Like this one took me about an hour because I was doing a bunch of anal detailing. But I think the main thing is they don't pencil very tight. Like my pencils that I've scanned to do the digital inking, like this is a page pencil if I'm gonna ink it digitally, right? Like the figures don't have faces and shit, just the posing. Like it's layout essentially. Because I do, if you're working digital, you have the advantage of an undo button. And even like when I work traditional, like this guy didn't really have a face when I drew him in. So I skip a lot of time penciling to save time because if I ink myself.
do you do what Hector does? Because I know Hector, he does this live stream, which if you are ever bored or you want to learn, watch that.
Yeah,
But,
shoot me the link.
he does a
Sorry, go
live
on,
stream through Twitch and Facebook or whatever. And it's usually every Saturday. He's in Chicago, so it's 1 p.m. my time.
Toonami, Saturdays, 9 p.m.
Like
Oh gosh.
and
Or,
he says he does like dummy sketches and stuff first. So do you do like dummy sketches, or is
No.
that basically no? Okay.
Not really. No, I have a very strong visual, like mental kind of visualization. So like this is just for context. This is something I colored. I'm not as good at it, obviously, but just wanted to show it off. I like this spread. This is older. This is from a couple of years ago. No, but it was fun.
When do you do the lettering? Because like I think he's the one that said last. Yeah. So I think him or Chuck, somebody said to me and Dylan, I think it was Hector, that they do the lettering before the inking. Yeah, I think it's after
Really?
the pencil. Yeah, like that's how they do it.
I just keep in mind leaving like when I'm drawing the page, I kind of like when I'm, let me find a fucking not so poorly drawn here. So when I was, this is a for work in progress thing. When I was drawing this, I know this character here is going to be kind of writing a letter to himself. So I kept in mind when formatting, just leaving like blank space like here for big text boxes, right?
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yep. So when I work, that page needs to be finished. I need to go in and do the grit on the rest of it. As for a commission, I probably shouldn't have shown that. Oh well. Fuck. So it was just the first thing I could grab.
I only have like 78 subscribers on YouTube, so you're good.
It's fine. Yeah. Okay. I've already got paid. All joking aside, when I'm trying to dig out the actual pages for Age of Marvels though, because those are a great example of that. Hold on. Let me get into my bin here. I don't have headphones in for a sec.
Elevator music.
I was thinking the same thing. Or like Jeopardy music.
Oh, yeah, the page from Monitor. Or Anomalous, I guess it's called that now. Which I'm, again, probably not going to finish anytime soon. I need to just focus on one project. So, like, when I did this, I had... This was an older one, too. I remember this is the first one I put up, I believe. But like, when I was drawing, like, I was like, okay, well, I'll be able to put text here. I'll be able to have a speech bubble here, right? I'd always try to leave an area, here, where I can easily provide that. Here, right here, because and so as long as you're cognizant about that while you're drawing, it's fine. But as soon as you're kind of not paying attention to that sort of thing, it really bites you in the ass.
I know that my new artist for the Seer Chronicles, he says he's like really great at storyboarding, so he would probably like put the panel the correct way. So like when my letterer gets it, which he's gonna be my letterer forever, he'll like already have like the actual spot that lettering should go, because they could definitely work together like well.
No, for sure. I keep dropping my headphones. I didn't call on something. No, I have I've always had a very visual kind of mind. Like, I've never been diagnosed, but I have a lot of people who think I have synesthesia, if you know what that is, in relation to, because when I hear music, I don't get an emotional reaction, I get an imagery reaction to it in my brain. So I know. So like thoughts are always stimulated visually for me. I think mostly in images too, not in words, which I believe is called synesthesia. I could be wrong though. I've never got a proper diagnosis, but like I don't care enough. It's like it doesn't deter my day-to-day life. It's not like I need medication for it. So like but as a result, like I kind of see the page before I do it. And what I'll do is I'll kind of like daydream out what's going to happen as if it was a movie, then kind of mentally kind of snapshot each part and then put it together.
Well, it's kind of like me, except I can't draw it. I can write it.
Yeah, but you get the idea, right? You kind of like you see it in your mind's eye.
Because how I write is like more like storyboarding for like a film. That's why like we want to do like movies and like live action animated movies and shows. That's why I want to
someday.
That's why I want to learn Blender. That's why I want to learn Blender. And my goal is to come up with a short animated film, like what they made already, like on Blender. A couple people for that from Blender have done that. Yeah, so just it doesn't have to be connected by comics or anything. It's just like a little short thing that I can like post on YouTube or something. Be like, look what I did. Yeah.
No, for sure. That's cool.
Yeah.
Then decide where I want to.
I want to do like Netflix style shows for like our comics and anybody else that's interested. Yeah.
Someday, man. Here's hoping.
There was actually like an indie comic called Raising Dion.
That's on Netflix.
Exactly.
I still have to watch that, but I saw that trailer. I was like, oh shit, this is like superhero stuff. That's awesome.
I saw them when the drawings were crappy, when they first had a little Facebook page, and now look what happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, anything is possible, man.
Yeah, like I know people. I've been seeing posts like, "What would your characters look like if they were like an actor or something? Like, who would you cast as your character?" And I know, I think Peter I think it's Gavin that's on our platform, the Stone Legacy. He did that. Like, he actually casted like who would be like his like certain characters in his comic. And for references, I sent my first artist like what John was supposed to look like, I think. And he's actually the actor, but like nobody knows his name. Like, I don't even know his name, but like I just like typed actor with like hair that was kind of slicked back, and it came up with that. Yeah, and it came up with like this guy that was the actor for Beast and Beauty and the Beast, like the live action Beauty and the Beast. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that guy did that, but okay, that's cool. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was for him. I didn't even cast anybody else because some of the characters that are in my stories are based off people that I actually know. So I would have to find people that somehow look like the people that I know. So.
When I design characters, I always try to give them a kind of one defining physical trait so that like even if you fudge the face a little, you'll still know who it is by that trait.
Yeah.
So like Dr. Chun here, Andy here has his like mohawk thing, right? And he'll always have that because that's a identifier you can always find him by. Actually, that came from J.K. Rowling. When she would write, each character had one unique feature. Harry had a lightning bolt scar.
Yeah, Ron's got like red hair.
But not his whole family. Yeah, Weasley's a fucking idiot. Umbridge, no, it should have a way to describe each Weasley.
Umbridge is a bitch.
Umbridge was a toad.
Yeah.
Looked like a toad.
Oh my gosh.
Snape always had like greasy black hair. Dumbledore always had half moon spectacles, right?
Yeah.
And so whenever she was describing a character, that would be the first thing that she'd describe to remind you who you're looking at.
Yeah.
Like a motif. And I was like, that would work so much better in comics. I'm going to do that.
Well, I got to go. I have to get my girlfriend to work. So thanks for actually coming on. And yeah, it's the first time to ever talk to Isaiah, so that was pretty cool.
I'm definitely going to try to be more consistent.
That's cool. I know like people are busy, so like I get why people weren't on here, but yeah.
But I really want
I had nothing else to do. I was playing Breath of the Wild. Like I got a Nintendo Switch like recently, so yeah. So stop recording.